Further in our studies about environment, there are three villages, description of those villages, how they were earlier and what is the present status of that village now. It has been described here so that we can understand the effect of the chemicals, right? Before going to that, before going to these details, let us see why we are using that. Don't we know that it is dangerous? But even then, why do we do it? Right? It is a point of survival. A man, after getting birth here, he will be always thinking about the survival, how best I can do here to live. So in that one, we have social. That means a human being is responsible for the society around him. And when he is responsible for that, or answerable for that, right? And again, he has to see two things again. One is the family background, what family he has. Next, economical background. What is the economy? That means how rich he is. If you are not rich, people will not be questioning you, they will not be talking to you, there will be no question of conversation with you, interaction with you. No. Earlier it was the caste system. Now caste system does not exist. Only one class is rich class, the other class is poor class. And in between there comes a middle class. That's all. So your weightage is weighed by the money which you have, economy. Then only you will be having a high position in the society. That means socially, if you want to have a kind of security, you should have a good earning, you should have a good economical condition. So that again, economical condition is, one is farming. If you are a landlord, right, you are growing more and more rice, wheat and all these things and you are getting rich. Or cash crops you are growing, you are raising cash crops and you are rich. If not, you are educated and you have started some industry and you are producing automobiles and you are producing chemicals and you are producing machinery, right? Cloth, cotton, many things, or tobacco industry. That way, this industrial you are going, right? Either the case, whether it is a farming or industrial growth, right? Here, this is okay, you are growing, but on the loss of what? What are you losing over there? When you are economically or industrially you are growing, economically or by farming you are growing, right? What is the harm you are putting to this, your surroundings, right? You are spoiling the earth, lithosphere, you are spoiling it. You are spoiling the water, aquasphere, that you are spoiling. And you are spoiling the air, this atmosphere, you are spoiling it. Why? Industry, a great amount of smoke. When I say industry, we will be seeing a great amount of smoke and big tall chimneys which are growing into the sky. Industry means, we just imagine that, right? If they have very long or tall chimneys, it's okay. What are the smoke is there? What are the what we call the wastage of air is there, that is being eliminated into the very heights. Okay, but at the same time, it contaminates the effluent, the water. Great amount of water is required to process your skin. That is the tanning of a tanning industry, we call it. The skin is tanned into leather. A great amount of water is required, great amount of chemicals are required. And here, even if it is the iron, steel and iron and steel, a great amount of water is required. Even if it is food industry, great amount of water is required. And after that, cleaning whatsoever is done to the machinery, etc., that is called as a wastewater. Thus, wastewater is getting produced unwillingly, though the industrialist doesn't want to produce water, wastewater, but it is being produced. What is to be done to it? It has to be treated. There are norms, there are rules, there are regulations. The water effluent has to be treated back to the normalcy. Means the wastewater, which may be giving a very foul smell, that has to be treated back to the potable status, and it should be recycled, or it should be thrown into the rivers. The people choosing to throw that water untreated into your rivers, into your lakes, into your streams, what will happen by that? By that, water is contaminated, and by that the aquaculture, aquatic, what we call as plants, aquatic animals, they are getting affected. Right? This we are not aware about it. Simply we want this industrial product. We want this and we are losing this. And we don't bother for the loss of this. Right? That is what is being taught over in this lesson. That is what you are losing, what is the amount of loss being shown to you under these three villages, under this lesson. Now here, when we are farming, at a stage the earth faces a condition, fatigue, alasata, alisipotundi bhumi, that we don't bother. Then we get the soil checked, and when it is checked, he will say urea takku undi sir, phosphate takku undi sir, that way they will say. Then what we do it? We purchase the phosphatic fertilizers or urea, ammonia fertilizers. We bring it and we put it. We want more crop and we put more chemicals into it. So by that, what is happening? The earth is not simple earth. It has bacteria with it, which is not visible to our naked eye. And it has the harvest mice in it. ఎలకలు పందికొక్కులు అంటాం మనం, ఇంత గోకుగా ఉంటాయి. They are situated in the burrows of your fields. Wherever there is a burrow, that is automatic, the earth is being shifted up and down, down and up. Means the tilting of earth is not necessary. The tractors, they do the tilting work. No, it is not necessary. The bacteria itself can do, the insects themselves, they do it. And also the earthworm. Just to think how many days it is ago that you have seen an earthworm. Right? Where have they gone then? That is what we are doing. The earth is contaminated. We are spoiling the earth. Thinking that we are increasing the strength of the earth, what we are doing is we are just spoiling the earth. Right? We are seeing the growth, but we are not seeing how degraded our people are. We are to survive on the same earth. And if at all we are doing it, how long we can keep our earth alive? That is a great question mark. Right?